Okay, looks like we are good to go. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Overwatch Oasis League. We are right in the middle of Tier 3, Week 7, and we've got a great battle for you today. Prodigy Noobs versus Tantalizers. Both of these teams coming off losses last week and looking to bounce back, especially Prodigy Noobs looking really strong there the first 2 weeks, but struggling mightily against White Walkers. Tantalizers, on the other hand, they're still looking for their first victory of the season, so quite a bit on the line for both of these teams. They're both looking for a win, and silent casting tonight is Kuro, and I will be the solo commentator. So as we see here, both teams looking like they might run with a sim strat on Shrine here, which is very common. Both teams going to employ the Moira. We are actually going to see mirrored comps on both sides. Look at that. Ryan Zarya, Mercy Moira, Vara, Sim. So here we go. Both teams get there relatively quickly. Swab Danim's turrets are kind of getting more value early. But Novafile already kind of in the back line, able to take out Crunchy Magi. No res will be available here for Tantalizers, and the Spicy Nomi able to get high charge and aggressive on the point. It looks like we are going to see Prodigy Noobs get the first capture here on Shrine. So we are going to see some immediate swaps on the side of Tantalizers. They're going to maybe run interesting comp here. They're going to run dive tanks with the Winston Wrecking Ball Insane now on his signature hero, and they're going to run with a double hit scan here. Draxum hatched on some really nice things on that hit scan, mainly known for his soldier, but can play pretty much any hit scan. So here we go, Cave Doctor trying to dive in on Mexiguaya here. Good stun from Swab Danim, but the peel was there for the rest of the team. Stelbell has the first ult, as does Novafile. And Cave Doctor goes down to the Fire Strike. That is rather unfortunate. The res is available from Crunchy Magi, and Cave Doctor is back in it. Insane was on the point, trying to contest. And here comes Novafile with the barrage. Draxum takes him out, but not before Crunchy Magi goes down. That will get Cloud Lemon will get the res onto Novafile. And another team fight victory here for Prodigy Noobs. Luckily for Prodigy Noobs, they only had to use that barrage in this fight, so going into pretty much the final fight here, they're going to have 5 ults to their name. Cave Doctor still looking for answers, going to swap to that signature Roadhog. He was playing it towards the end of last season. He was playing really well. Let's see if he can maybe get an early pick to help with this tough ult fight. Tantalizers using both of their support ults to initiate, but a great shatter from Mexiguaya. And I think that it is looking grim for Tantalizers. Draxum throwing in Bob. I don't know how much of a threat he is right now, as he is getting melted by both the Coalescence and some Sim turrets. Doesn't look like anyone else for Tantalizers is on the point, and that will be it. 100-0 on Shrine for Prodigy Noobs.
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
Up to see Tantalizers making a lot of swaps on that previous point. Not really able to fully incorporate what they wanted with some of those team comps, and I don't think Cave Doctor was able to build an ult up there, having to swap. So now we'll see if he can get things done on the Rhine here. Insane gonna stay on the Wrecking Ball, but Mexiguaya also gonna go to the Wrecking Ball, and now Spicy Nomi on that Roadhog. This is actually a very common team comp that Prodigy Noobs are running for Sanctum here, trying to get some of those environmental kills. Except without the Lucio, Crunchy Magi will be on that Lucio. Mexiguaya using the shields to try and get aggressive here. We'll have to go back to the team. That turret can be deadly on this point, and Cave Doctor's shield is already down. Tantalizers are the ones on the point. Good hook from Spicy Nomi, but it was on Cave Doctor, so he's pretty much still at full health. And Swab Denim goes down. He's the first to fall in this team fight. But a good boop from Insane takes out Stelbell and takes out Mexi for the time being. He is able to grapple back to safety, and it is actually Tantalizers getting the first capture on the point. The team fight is still up for grabs. Torp Turret, it is down, and Draxum able to get the headshot onto Novaphile. And yeah, looks like we are going to see Prodigy Noobs back up here, and Tantalizers able to fully win that first team fight. So now here we go. Mexi trying to dive onto Draxum. He uses the coach gun to escape. Spicy Nomi down here in the choke, gonna get dove on by Insane. He uses the shields, and now they're gonna try and go aggressive with Parsnip Pixie's Coalescence. Another hook from Spicy Nomi on the Cave Doctor, that's just not really gonna move the needle. And Insane using the mines, able to take out Spicy Nomi, but they fall themselves as well. So there's 2 ults used on Tantalizers. Not a huge amount of value, but it does at least slow the aggression from Prodigy Noobs. They have several ults coming online themselves. Novaphile gonna officially can the Pharah with playing that in the double hit scan and go try to contest Draxum on that Ashe. Punching Magi using the sound barrier, but not in time to save Parsnip Pixie. Swab Denim getting 2 with the Deadeye, and Draxum also throwing in Bob. Cave Doctor uses Shatter but goes down to the Whole Hog. And look at this res. Cloud Lemon able to get the res on Stelbell, but Swamp Denim taking out Mexi. This team fight is incredibly chaotic, but with the mines from Mexi on point, Tantalizers not able to have the point presence. They will lose the point, but they did get it to 78%. Was a pretty costly fight though. They did use almost every ult to try and kind of close out. If they had won that team fight, they most likely would have won the point. So we'll see. Swab Denim now on the Junkrat. They don't need the double hit scan anymore now that they don't have to worry about the Torb. Crush Magi sadly goes down to the Molten Core. Little Aries getting a few kills here. That will shut down this team fight. Cave Doctor trying to maybe poke. He's incredibly low though, has to back up and make sure he gets healing. And so now here we go, about 50% for Prodigy Noobs, trying to close out Nepal. Will Tantalizers be able to build up the crucial ults that they need? Novaphile, the only one with an ult on the board right now with that bomb ready. Tantalizers kind of going down the main choke, trying to contest point, and Insane getting the boot kill onto Spicy Nomi. Great play from him. Little Aries turret is down. Bob not quite booped off by Crunching Magi, and Insane does go down to Novaphile, so the team fight is still very up for grabs. Draxum gets a double kill with the Dynamite, and Tantalizers actually do flip the points. That is huge. Novaphile, actually both of these DPS remaining uncontested over here on the bridge, and I think that the point is only gonna be in favor of Tantalizers for 20%, as we are gonna see the flip come back for Prodigy Noobs. So now here we go, Spicy Nomi trying to find maybe that map-ending hook, and Swab Denim goes down. This is one teamfight territory, and Spicy Nomi gonna try and force Salt Removal by putting the Whole Hog out there. Crunchy Magi does not go down to it though, so maybe a bit of a waste. Crunchy Magi barely survives the hook from Spicy Nomi. Little Aries throwing the Molten Core onto the point. Draxum's Bob was on the point, but that will get booped off by Mexi. Draxum able to take out Little Aries. The team fight is still incredibly up for grabs, and Swab Denim getting 2 with the tire. Novaphile's Bob, I think he threw it off of the map on accident, and Tantalizers are going to get the flip. Will we even see a recontest from Prodigy Noobs? I don't think so, and Tantalizers with a great response after losing the first point 100-0. They tie up Nepal and will go to the tiebreaker, which will be on Village.
Ready for battle.
So now, let's see, we are going to see both teams kind of commit to a heavy brawl style. Little Larry is going to be on that sim. Doesn't look like we're going to see a sim from the Tantalizers. Draxum playing really well on this. Ashe is going to go ahead and stay on that. And the brawl characters are different on both sides. Reaper versus the Junkrat. The Seed gets the higher value. Turret's on point, but Lil Ares is already down. Swap Danim is too, and the turret's melting. Cave Doctor down as well. Insane, pretty high charge, but with both tanks here on the side of Prodigy Noobs, I don't know if this is looking good for Tantalizers. It does look like we are going to see the first capture go to Prodigy Noobs. No visible swaps from either team quite yet. Looks like Tantalizers want to try and commit to this brawl. Hopefully they will have the characters to take out these sim turrets on point, as even more so than Shrine, sim can be devastating on Village. Great fire strike from Mexi Aguaya, almost has that shatter online. Will likely be the first to get the ult, either that or Stelbell on the Moira. We are going to see Tantalizers, look at this, they're speed boosting to point. They don't want the sim to be on the point first, and they don't even have the turrets on the point. Great block! Oh, actually, Cave Doctor not able to block the shatter. I thought the shield was in the way. No, instead, Mexi getting insane value from that shatter. Yeah, I thought that Cave Doctor's shield was in place to get the shatter block, but sadly I think some of his teammates were on the wrong, like they were outside of the shield coverage, so that was almost a really good play from Tantalizers. I liked that speed boost in, but that shatter from Mexi was too good. Lemon also doing a great job at speed boosting them to the point. Little Ares getting great value. Swap Danim trying to go after Novafile here. They're doing a little bit of damage here. Able to take him out and is going to use the tire. It gets taken out by Mexi's fire strike. And with the sim wall blocking a lot of the damage that can be coming through from Tantalizers, this isn't looking good. Mexi building another shatter, and I think that's going to be it. 90%. Teleporter still here, but it's out in the open, so Prodigy Noobs will be able to take that down right away. 99%. Insane not gonna make it, despite a valiant effort there on Sanctum. Prodigy Noobs from Tantalizers. Prodigy Noobs will end up winning Nepal.
Play of the game.
Hammer down!
Zublaya coming up with some great plays there, building up shatters and making sure all of them hit. Like I said, I thought I saw Cave Doctor block that one on Village, but not quite enough. And
Epic. It's nice to be appreciated.
Tantalizers, they tend to play a bit of a slower style, and you know, sometimes it hurts that they don't build up as many ults, they don't get as many team fights on, especially on Control, as maybe you would hope for. So we'll see if their slower style can definitely favor them more on these payload escort maps where they can play a little bit more defensive, and that has tended to be where they've looked the best, especially on hybrid maps. They ended up winning Eichenwald against White Walkers, which is their one map win of the season. Well, since I am solo casting, I'm gonna go off the mic for just a sec, get myself some water, and we'll see who comes in, see the swaps, and get ready for the next map, which will be King's Row. back. It looks like we have our swaps for both teams. Prodigy Noobs going to swap out Cloud Lemon and Stale Bell for their supports and bring in Boss and OTS Savage. Tantalizers going to bring their 2 players on the bench as well. Rusha Rose, who needs no introduction. If you don't know how Rusha Rose has been playing, you just simply haven't been watching Tantalizers game. Rusha Rose has been absolutely on fire this season, completely popping off so many times. And also Villian coming in, one of the best supports in Tier 3 last season. Definitely Tantalizers trying to put their best foot forward, trying to put their best players in, see if they can get the win on King's Row. See if the readies are gonna come through, and we will get King's Road going. Tantalizers will be on the defense first. We'll see what they want to run. Cave Doctor, known early on for playing a lot of Orisa, so maybe we'll possibly see a double shield. Insane can play that Sigma. Rushiro is most comfortable on that Pharah, and Draxum will likely continue to play hit scan. We'll see the supports can be kind of the wild card. Maybe Villian plays Ana and Parson Pixie plays Moira. We'll have to see. As for Prodigy Noobs, I think they're going to run a lot of similar stuff. They really like that Rhine Zarya brawl. Spicy Nomi and Mexiaguaya really already putting themselves in the conversation for best tank duos. They have been nothing short of fantastic throughout this season, and has been, it really feels like the main reason that they've had as much success as they've had early on in this season, and that was no different there for Nepal. Both of these teams actually kind of thin today in terms of players, only 2 players on the bench. Sometimes that can actually be somewhat of a good thing, though, as it kind of forces you to kind of play consistent players, you know. Sometimes I think teams, you know, if they have like 6 people on the bench, you know, you're constantly swapping out different players and different play styles, and sometimes consistency can really help you in these series, so. But we'll see. The swaps that were made, I think, could be good for both of the teams. And we'll see if the subs coming in will bring a change to some of the team compositions that these 2 teams want to run.
Ready for
And right off the bat, it looks like we are going to actually see Cave Doctor stick to the Rhine and Insane stick to the Zarya, so they are going to want to play more of a brawly style. And actually, Draxum going to be on the
attackers.
Sim and Rusha on the Junkrat, and this is already looking kind of scary, as Nova File is not going to have anything in their way on this Pharah. We're going to see Boss and OT Savage be on the Mercy and Baptiste respectively, but overall it's going to be more of a dive look here. Mexi going to be on the Winston and Spicy Nomi on that Zarya with. But they're also going to play a little bit brawl. Okay, we are going to see Mexi go to the Rhine, so it's going to be a full-on brawl comp. I was going to say the May did make a lot of sense to me with the Winston, so here we go. Nova getting that pocket from the Mercy. We already see Tantalizers kind of backing up closer to that alleyway, trying to stay out of the line of sight of this Pharah, but Parson Pixie already incredibly low. Novafile pumping in a lot of damage. And yeah, look at this, Novafile already getting incredibly close to the Tantalizers. They just don't really have anything to contest. So the other option is to try and ignore the Pharah, and that's kind of what they're trying to do. They're trying to get aggressive onto these tanks. Immortality field out from OTS Savage. Mexi's incredibly low, but getting the healing, beautiful healing from OTS Savage. But Rusha Rose already building up a tire, are you kidding me? And it's gonna get 2! Rusha Rose already just... I mean, what can you say about Rusha Rose? 60-second tire is exactly what Tantalizers needed there. And they survived despite Novaphile remaining relatively uncontested here on that Pharah. And because of that, they already do have the ultimate ready, so we'll see if they can get in position. Tantalizers still playing smart, kind of playing around the sidelines. They're gonna need to continue to, but look at that! Photon Barrier to stop the Amplification Matrix from really getting any value. Novaphile's Barrage only gets 1, and it's Draxum and Parson Pixie able to get that res. Cave Doctor has to be careful against the bubble, not able to get the shatter, and Mexi gets the counter shatter. It is very good. Rusha is down. Draxum still on the point here. High beam charge, trying to take down these tanks. Little Aries incredibly low, and there's a nice grab from Insane. Can the follow-up be there? I don't think so. Not with that blizzard in the way. Draxum getting frozen. OTS Savage coming back, and it looks like that will be it. Tantalizers with a good start to their defense, but sadly, I think it was that counter shatter from Mexuguaya that was what ultimately won them the fight. Cave Doctor could have hit the shatter there. That would have been possibly what the Tantalizers needed. So now, Novaphile will have that counter as Rusha Rose does swap off of the Junkrat. Draxum's gonna stay on the sim here for second point though. Maybe was trying to contest and keep that turret up. And look at this, Novaphile building up another barrage already, and they combo it with the Graviton Surge, and that will be easy team fight victory for Prodigy Noobs. And we are gonna see continued swaps, Draxum officially swapping off of that sim, so they're gonna go with the double hit scan to really try and take out Novaphile. I think that is the right choice. And Insane gonna go back to the Wrecking Ball. We also see Mercy, Moira, the classic Tantalizers team comp that, or the healer comp that they like to run. So here we go, payload approaching point B. Cave Doctor trying to approach here, but gets walled off and gets pinned by Mexi, who already has another shatter. OTS Savage was the one who ended up taking out Cave Doctor. Insane trying to find value, but sadly on King's Row in the Streets phase, it is kind of tough to do your rollouts, so Tantalizers still on the back foot here in Little Aries, and Spicy Nomi continuing to pump up the aggression, and the payload just continues to move uncontested throughout King's Row. Rose does have that Deadeye ready. We'll see if they want to try and get to one of these high grounds to use it. Nope, is going to remain on the low ground. Looks like it's more of a zoning alt than anything. Might be able to get Little Aries. Beautiful bubble by Spicy Nomi to save him, but Insane able to capitalize on Little Aries still being slightly out of position even with the bubble. Insane actually incredibly low. Both support alts coming out on the side of Tantalizers. Boss is going to respond with a Valkyrie of their own. Mexi not really able to get a whole lot with that shatter, and Draxum able to take out Nova, was able to take out Insane with the barrage, and there's a nice shatter from Cave Doctor, but a good immortality field from OTS Savage, and the grab anyway was blocking the follow-up, and that's a good blizzard from Little Aries, and this isn't looking good for Tantalizers. Rushiro goes down. Insane is able to contest and throw down the mines. Cave Doctor will be coming back here on the Winston. The defenders do still have the huge spawn advantage. Oh no, Cave Doctor! No, accidentally falling off the edge, and Draxum throwing Bob off the edge too. Oh, this is just unfortunate. I think they are going to be able to stabilize though. Rushiro is using the Deadeye to take out Boss, so no res will be available. And I think there's just too many reinforcements here for Tantalizers. They do need to get the focus fire though, as we are gonna see some reinforcements coming back for Prodigy Noobs, and Parsnip Pixie actually down. Mexi has that shatter ready, and it's a good one. Billing and Insane both on the ground. Novafile did fall off the edge. Insane was the one who got the boot. Cave Doctor not able to survive Little Aries, who's now on the Sombra. Insane continuing to spin to win. Mexi is officially down now. And I don't know, Little Aries probably gonna go down here, as is Spicy Nomi. And that is the official stabilization, I believe, here from Tantalizers. Draxum, I think, swapping to the Tracer just to contest, actually builds up a Pulse Bomb. And Rusha Rose is going to go back to that Junkrat now that they don't have to worry about the Pharah. That's Novafile now on the Reaper here. Boss actually going to swap to the Brig here, so a Brig Bap comps. They're kind of trying to commit to this brawly style. Whereas we still see kind of a dive from Tantalizers. Cave Doctor and Insane trying to dive on Mexi. He's actually ahead of the Immortality field, early one from OTS Savage, but he is going to try and use the Amplification Matrix to cause as much damage. Insane doing incredibly well using the mines, taking out OTS Savage and Mexi. But the grab is big from Spicy Nomi. Insane the only one on point here, and with the Sombra there, it's going to be tough for him to survive for too long. Billing coming back on the Moira. Insane actually able to get one extra kill from the mine boss. Maybe thought all the mines were down. And Rusha Rose with the tire kill onto Nova, and here come the reinforcements. This is actually huge for Tantalizers. Rusha Rose does go down, but now the reinforcements are here. Little Aries getting 2 picks though, and has the EMP ready. There it is. Cave Doctor won't be able to primal. Can he survive long enough? He's solo able to get the primal off, but gets booped by Mexi. That is unfortunate. Nano boost onto Insane, and Mexi throwing in the mines. That's gonna make it tough for Tantalizers to contest. They do take it down to overtime though, but that will be all 3 points captured for Prodigy Noobs.
Switching sides. Initiating match.
So wow, it appears that Cosmic Omnix 4-0'd Diving Phoenix. Color me surprised. My fantasy pick, I picked Diving Phoenix to win that game. I think I had them actually winning 3-2, but Cosmic Omnix really starting to kinda get it on here after, you know, starting off 0-2, 0-8 in the map differential, struggling in those first 2 games. They were low on players, I believe, in those first 2 games. That didn't help, but they have picked up a couple of other players. But that's enough for that game, as we shift our attention back to Tantalizers versus Prodigy Noobs. We are going to see the double shield defense kind of bunkers set up here for Prodigy Noobs. No Bastion, said the Sim. Typically, you prefer the Sim to the Bastion on King's Row. As for Tantalizers, they're going to run another kind of brawl style with Rusha Rose playing the Echo. If you guys watched the I Need Healing versus Stardust Crusaders game yesterday, you saw Senior McFluff absolutely dominating on the Echo. So if Rusha can pull out a similar performance here, that could easily get them back into the series. See Tantalizers making the rotation to the high ground. See what they plan to do. Parsnip Pixie actually has to be careful though of these turrets. Rusha already down though. Tantalizers not quite able to make the seamless transition into the indoor section of Point A. And it looks like we are going to see Prodigy Noobs win this first team fight. Cave Doctor is going to get res. I don't know if it's going to matter. Rusha Rose actually swapping to the Widow here. Trying to see if they can get any value into double shield. It is going to be tough. They did take out OTS Savage, but that will be res. They don't have to worry about res being available for the next 20 seconds or so. They are still in the process of trying to regroup. Insane, gonna try and get some charge off of the Sim turret. the sim turrets, at least in the choke, are down. Let's see. Tantalizers trying to move around the statue. Little Aries smartly puts turrets there. Maxim already going down though, same thing with Parson and Pixie. Spicy Nomi getting antied, but will smartly go back to the team for some peel. Insane was able to take out Little Aries, that will likely be res here though. Another team fight victory here for Prodigy Noobs. Rushiro is going to make another swap, and I was going to say I don't know if the Widow was the play there, and I think the Hanzo will be better. Hopefully adding a little more shield break, especially on the ground game. It looks like Mexi going to be content with staying up here on the high grounds, even just having the Hanzo for the shield break on the Sigma is going to be huge. Ravidic Flux coming out from Spicy Nomi, not getting any immediate kills, and good nade from Villian to keep everyone alive. Bob kind of right off point here. Boss able to get the res onto Little Aries, but Rushiro is able to take out OTS Savage. That's a lot of healing down on the side of Prodigy Noobs. We do see Mexi using the supercharger, but I don't know if it's going to quite be enough. Little Aries is down. That's a huge part of this team comp down. Great stun from Draxum onto Noobfile. They get taken down. Here comes the photon barrier coming out from Little Aries. Draxum does go down, and it looks like Prodigy Noobs are going to want to try and fight this, but it's not looking good with the grab right off a point, and I think that will be it. They just need to take out the Mercy and the Sim, as well as the Sim turrets, and that will be Tantalizers capturing point A here. They still hold on to Rusha's Dragons. So we're going to see some swaps on the side of Prodigy Noobs, no longer on the Sim. Actually, that's the only swap that they're making here, is Little Aries going to the Mei, kind of trying to play into the brawl that Tantalizers are running. Insane goes down, great wall from Little Aries. Cave Doctor having to back up, shield goes down. And yeah, we are going to see Prodigy Noobs go aggressive with this. Good Vidic Flux sadly doesn't get any immediate kills, and Rusha actually going to use the Dragons, and that's zones Spicy Nomi out, but good immortality kill from OTS Savage, so that will be Rusha's Dragons not really getting a whole lot. And here comes the Nano Boost onto Insane. That will force Prodigy Noobs to continue to back up. Draxum has to be careful though, as he was kind of getting walled off, and also shielded off, so he couldn't get the healing, and goes down to Little Aries. And another team fight here for Prodigy Noobs, and Parson Pixie even using the Valkyries, both support ults being committed there. We're gonna have to see. Tantalizers kind of starting to lose the alt battle here. 3 alts on the side of Prodigy Noobs, and they're gonna initiate right away with the amplification matrix, but Noobfile is down. I don't know if they have the res available right away, but Cave Doctor, the amplification matrix damage is just too much for the Tantalizers to handle. They're gonna have to back up once again, and that's the only ult that they needed to use. Rusha trying to find solutions here, gonna go to the Bara. Will have to be careful for Noobfile on that Ashe. Let's see if they can find something. Cave Doctor not really gonna get anything with that Shatter, and here comes the Blizzard. No one really caught in it. Actually, good peel from the rest of the team to make sure no one was in the sound area. And yeah, look at this, we're gonna kind of see Prodigy Noobs back up, but wow, what a res from Boss onto Little Aries. Only 40 seconds left, and a great patient play here from Prodigy Noobs. They dropped the supercharger in order to kind of put in the damage that they needed to, and this is it. Final team fight here for Tantalizers, and they really only have support ults to their name, and they're gonna have to be careful because they can get forced off a point by Spicy Nomi's Gravitic Flux. See how they want to play this here. Yep, here it is. The Gravitic Flux. It's huge! Look at that combo with the pull from the Orisa, and that will be Spicy Nomi cleaning up this fight. I think that is going to be it. Billy not even able to use the Nano Boost. I don't think anyone's going to be able to touch. That will be it. Prodigy Noobs with a great defense there on the Streets phase of King's Row. 2 times now seen this week. Teams holding in the Streets phase, which you don't typically see a whole lot, but great job from Prodigy Noobs. They take the 2-0 series. Maxi with another exceptional play of the game, continuing to play very well. I don't think you could, definitely the front runner for tank MVP right now. But Spicy Nomi also playing incredibly well. Also, I think that's kind of the main difference so far we're seeing is just overall the tanks for Prodigy Noobs are just outplaying Cave Doctor and Insane right now. Obviously, still a lot of time left for Insane and Cave Doctor to swing the momentum in their favor. We are going to go ahead and take another break while I get some more water, and we will rejoin you for these team swaps and Hanamura. Okay, we're back, and it looks like Prodigy Noobs has received some reinforcements here. King Tyrant Eli, actually I believe will be making their debut here. I don't know if they've played. I want to say it's mainly been Mexi and Spicy playing, and Sleep Shake as well, playing mostly tank for this team this season. Sleep Shake also going to come in. Otherwise, everything else looking the same. As for the Tantalizers, looks like we're going to see Suave Danum take a crack at tank here. DPS will stay the same, and Crunchy Magi going to go to support. So we'll see. Maybe this possibly indicates maybe Insane going over to the main tank position. Suave Danum mainly known for playing Sigma as well as Zarya, so and some Roadhog, so we'll have to see. Insane might be going to that main tank role. It is interesting seeing Prodigy Noobs are going to go and swap their entire tank lineup, considering we were just mentioning at how good they've been so far. So we'll have to see. Obviously, I'm sure this team trusts all their players. They wouldn't be putting those players in if they didn't believe them, so we'll see if they can keep up the momentum. So we do see Boss is going to leave the game here, but we are getting started here on Hanamura. This time, Tantalizers are going to attack first, so we'll see if they can possibly start getting some momentum in their favor and capturing both points here on Hanamura would certainly help. The last thing you'd want to see for the Tantalizers is to get full held on Hanamura here, which we have seen a couple of times this week. Hopefully, Boss will be able to reconnect shortly. I believe that is him. Yep, there he is. So we will be getting right back into it shortly, and we will be able to see what these teams want to run. A lot of teams liking to run, you know, bunker styles on Hanamura with the double shield and maybe a Torb or a Bastion. A lot of teams favoring Sim teleports on the attack as well, so we'll see if Draxum or Rusha want to go with that. We'll see here in a second, at least for sure, the Prodigy Noobs, what they're going to run here on the defense. Looking like they're going to run a defense Symmetra. And it does look like we're going to kind of see a bit of a bunker, but Novaphile going back to that tried and true Pharah. We'll see. Definitely a risky play on defense, as Draxum and Rusha will be able to immediately swap to a hit scan if they need to. Rushiro's still pondering what they want to play, maybe trying to see if they can possibly see anything out of the window. They are going to go with the Junkrat, so once again Novaphile will remain relatively uncontested, and I was actually incorrect. Suave Danum gonna come in to replace Cave Doctor on the Rhine. We'll see if we'll see some improvements there. Draxum gonna teleport immediately. Where did they teleport to? I'm not 100. I did not see where that teleporter went to. This teleporter now is going to the right, the attacker's right in the indoor area, so it looks like they're playing for the high ground to look at these sim turrets. And Suave Danum already gonna jump down. I don't know if that was the plan. And now Suave Danum having to kind of retreat. We'll be able to kind of meet up with the team in the room, but Novaphile taking out Rusha. Billy also went down early in that fight, and now Tantalizers in a bit of a rough spot right now as they kind of want to continue to maybe poke and try and build up these ults, but it is a 4v6. Any sort of pick they can get will be huge. And look at this teleport. I actually kind of like this. They're going to the front of the point. Insane takes a little Ares. Suave Danum gonna take out Sleep Shake. That actually will favor the offense, but I don't know if it's necessarily the smart play either. Rusha actually on the Widow right now, going Widow once again into the double shield. I'm not 100% sure they are able to take out Boss. And without the Mercy here, Prodigy Noob's only gonna have a few people on the point, including one of them not being the Sim, but the teleporter is going to be huge. We are gonna see Tantalizers trying to go aggressive on this, but look at the damage coming in from the DPS on the side of Prodigy Noobs. And yeah, that teleporter is just too strong here on the defensive side. That is one thing about the Sim on defense upon Amura. There's that chasm that the Sim teleporter is perfect for. It's out of the way, so defenders can't really get to it, and it covers a huge bit of ground incredibly safely. So Billion, though, taking out Sleep Shake right away. I would assume that will likely be res here. Yep, it will be. Shake will be back. Nova File not actually getting anything with the barrage. In fact, goes down. Insane, though. Going down as well. Picks going back and forth right now. Lucia trying to find those picks. Both of these DPS now on hit scan. Draxon's Billion trying to go aggressive with this Coalescence. Trying to help Swabdanum swing on the points, but Swabdanum's so low. Coalescence runs out and he's still under half health. And that Supercharger is just not gonna help matter. Swabdanum is down. This just is not looking good for Tantalizers. Novophile continuing to get so much value on this Pharah. And once again, the teleporter just proving to be too much here. And we are gonna see Tantalizers kind of reset most of their ult economy. Luckily, they do have the Sound Barrier to stop the only ult that Prodigy Noobs has, and that is the Gravitic Flux. Billion able to res Rushiros, who did fall early. Insane going to the Wrecking Ball. I'm gonna try and spin you in here using the bell to keep him on point. Novophile already taking out Billion, though. Little Ares is down. That's actually a huge pick, and if they can make sure that that doesn't get res, I don't think it is in a resable spot. And oh no, Crunchy Magi using the Sound Barrier to initiate. So that means Eli has a free Gravitic Flux, and he capitalizes on it. This is looking all too good for Prodigy Noobs. Insane trying to hide, trying to avoid this amplification matrix coming out from OTS Savage. This just, I don't know, this isn't looking good, especially with that teleporter step up, and that will be the full hold here for Prodigy Noobs.
Score 0-0. Switching sides. Initiating match.
So now, all Prodigy Noobs needs will be the one tick on the point in order to win this map and officially clinch the series 3-0. I guess technically they've already kind of clinched it by Tantalizers only being able to draw, which means that fourth map won't be enough to cover that 2-point deficit that they currently have. Looks like we're going to see Insane stay on the tried and true Wrecking Ball, as well as Swabdanum stay on that Reinhardt. Draxum still contemplating what he wants to play here. Ooh, perhaps maybe disconnected here, we'll have to see it. Still hasn't picked a character. There it is. Gonna go to the Soldier. Should be able to get to point relatively quickly, but actually might have taken a little bit too long. If Prodigy Noobs goes quick and they have the Sim, they might be able to catch them on the back foot. Draxum is here now. We'll kind of be playing back towards the point. Insane, a great start, great rollout, and a great pile drive, but Prodigy Noobs able to get through the teleporter and they go up to the ledge, but Eli already down. little Ares. Able to trade that though. Lucia is down. And now they're gonna go aggressive with the bubbles. Good res from Billion, but little Ares on the point. Double beams. Too much damage for Tantalizers to handle. And that will be it. That will be the series clincher for Prodigy Noobs. They will take the series 3-0. We will go to that fourth map to see if she get a win here and preserve some of their map differential. As for Prodigy Noobs, they actually have a huge incentive to get the 4-0 here. Their map differential is not ideal right now. I think they currently are the lowest map differential of the 2 and 1 teams, so to get a lot of those maps back after getting 4-0'd by White Walkers, to get them back by 4-0ing Tantalizers would be huge. We are going to take another break here as we set up for Rialto, so stick with us to see this last map. Whoa, Prodigy Noobs getting even more reinforcements now. 6 players on the bench. And it looks like we're gonna see Capital Vices come in. I don't know if they've played since like the first game where they actually did get DPS MVP. Cable coming in has played a bit as well. As for Tantalizers, the hashtag let Villain tank is going to come true once again. I know people have been seeing it in scrims, but in the game, Villain gonna tank. Otherwise, I think the team comp is exactly the same for Tantalizers. are going to see Prodigy Noobs go back to Mexiaguaya and Spicy Nomi as well for their tank line. So while it was brief, King Tyrant Eli and Sleep Shake played very well there on Hanamura, so we definitely did not see a drop-off in terms of tank play there. We're going to see Cloud Lemon come back in for boss, who played exceptional on the first King's Row and Hanamura there. Definitely one of the candidates right now for support MVP. Still waiting for these readies from teams. Looks like we're just waiting on Tantalizers. Yeah, Prodigy Noobs definitely happy to get back on the winning side after losing to White Walkers in a pretty one-sided fashion. That was kind of surprising. I thought that was going to be one of the games of the week, but you know, White Walkers really had their number in that game, and obviously White Walkers are a very good opponent, but certainly a little bit more vulnerable now that a lot of their players obviously not able to play their main roles. So, but to come out swinging like they have, play aggressive, Mexiaguaya and Spicy Nomi playing really well right now, as well as these pretty much everyone is making plays on Prodigy Noobs. They've come together, got back to what they are typically successful with, and it's going to make them one of the biggest contenders. I think this is a team that, you know, maybe I would put a couple other teams above them in the power rankings, but in terms of like matchup nightmares, they might be the hardest because you've got such a great tank line there. You've got DPS who can play a bunch of different things, you know, and a really solid support line, you know. Definitely up there with, you know, Stardust Crusaders and I Need Healing for most complete team in the league right now. So here we are on the defense. Looks like for Tantalizers, it looks like they're gonna kind of play a lot of their tried and true characters. Villain still overwhelmed by getting the opportunity to tank, just can't choose between the other 7 tanks. Hopefully they have not disconnected. Is gonna go with the Zarya here, so Tantalizers kind of running dive, and I will say with the Lucio Mercy, I think you would rather run that with the dive than what they were kind of trying to do with the brawl on Hanamura. As for Prodigy Noobs, they're gonna kind of run a dive of their own with Mexi on Winston and Nomi on Diva. Always love to see some Zen playing. Cloud Lemon getting the opening final blow on Insane. Usha though, able to take out Cable. Cable might have to reconsider the Tracer, although already up to 60% in all charge. It's absolutely insane. Must have done the majority of the damage on that Wrecking Ball. Parson and Pixie will get the res onto Draxum, who did fall to the Capital Vices. This should be a good battle on Ash between Draxum and Capital Vices. There's the Immortality Field out from OTS Savage. More of an aggressor tool than anything. Now both of these teams are gonna kind of brawl in the point, and Insane is able to take out Capital Vices, so now Draxum should have free reign here in the back lines, and Usha able to take out Mexi. Insane trying to go aggressive, forces out the Transcendence, but might bite off a little more than he can chew, is gonna get the healing they need. Cable trying to get into the back lines, but does get taken out by Draxum, and Parson Pixie will get the res onto the one pick they did got in Usha. So now here we go. Insane once again getting melted by this Discord Orb. Cloud Lemon really pumping in the damage right now. Here comes Spicy Nomi throwing in the Diva Bomb. Good sound barrier from Crunchy Magi. And Rusha Rose's Molten Core is going to prevent... Actually, I think a lot of it was eaten by Spicy Nomi, but it does take out Cloud Lemon. Capital Vices, though, up on the high ground, able to take out his counterpart, now has free range. Parson Pixie also getting a headshot, and ooh, good dynamite from Capital. Vices just getting a casual 4K. Hasn't played all day, or hasn't played all game at least. Just no biggie. And that will likely be point A. Actually, we are going to see Insane coming in to contest, as well as Bob here on the point. Crunchy Magi. Capital Vices also threw in Bob, but it went a little too far, and Crunchy Magi was able to move it into the water. Draxum this time trading a blow with Capital Vices. It's been a really good back and forth battle between these two Ashes. Billion throwing in the Diva Bomb, not going to get a whole lot, but I think the damage is already done, and it is looking like Tantalizers will be able to stabilize once again. Cable is going to go ahead and swap off of that Tracer, go to the Reaper, play a little bit more brawly into this dive, and we are going to see see that, I think it was a while ago, swapping to the Wrecking Ball. And Spicy Nomi throwing in the Diva Bomb, getting 2 picks right off the bat. That's the tough thing without a shield, is if you get caught out in the open, it's tough to dodge those Diva Bombs, but we are seeing Tantalizers bring it back. We're gonna have to see Villian still out of mech, trying to get back in, not able to. Spicy Nomi taking out Rusha Rose. This is looking pretty good here for Prodigy Noobs, and they are gonna commit a couple more ults. Crunchy Magi actually gonna use the sound barrier, and all of the mines are pretty much out of the way. Prodigy Noobs playing this maybe a little bit too slow. Insane is down. Here comes Capital. Actually, that's Rush. Oh my God, Draxum throwing in the Bob. But oh, a couple of the mines still left over. Rusha is down, as is Parson and Pixie. Only Villian and Insane on the points. Will Insane be able to contest for long enough? I don't think he will. Crunchy Magi gonna try and get away, but will get taken out by Spicy Nomi, and that will be point A, captured in overtime by Prodigy Noobs. Prodigy Noobs gonna continue to throw in the aggression. OTS Savage able to take out Parson Pixie and Spicy Nomi, able to take out Draxum. And I gotta say, I love the double flex support comp coming out here on the side of Prodigy Noobs. You know, obviously, as a Zen main, love to see Zen. Still don't see enough of them in Tier 3. But I think people tend to underrate these double flex support comps, even like Zen Ana can be really strong. As we did see Cable get a nice Death Blossom, 2 kills. Cloud Lemon gonna use the Transcendence there. And we actually do see Insane contesting the point here. Gonna throw in the minefield, try and maybe turn this around, but Mexi able to take him out. Cloud Lemon did go down in that team fight. Maybe Insane bought them a little bit of time for the rest of them to get back, but it's going to be tough for them to aggress with the minefield in the way. Rusha also in kind of a tough spot away from the team. Here comes Bob in the backline. Draxum has to be careful, does get taken out. And Cable with the double kill on with the concussion mine. Cable now on the Junkrat, absolutely starting to pop off. Only 60 seconds remaining, and Prodigy was maybe not winning this team fight as decisively as you would like, and Rusha Rose now on the Farah getting 2 kills, trying to turn this around, has to contest, only 0.68 meters left on point A, and it is going to be taken. Insane not able to get there in time. And that will be point B captured by Prodigy Noobs. So, here we go. We are gonna see pretty good stabilization here from Tantalizers. They're just gonna need to get Parson Pixie back, who is gonna swap to that Ana, but Insane does have to be careful, already pretty low, and Rushiro's down, nice headshot from the Capital Vices, continuing to play well on this Ashe here. Insane building up another minefield already and throwing it on the point, but sadly not going to get as much value as you would hope. Billing trying to throw in the Diva Bomb, is able to get one, and Draxum able to take out Cable, so the team fight still very up for grabs. Good anti-nade from Billing onto Spicy Nomi, but they aren't able to quite capitalize on it. Spicy Nomi is still relatively low. Cloud Lemon going to use the Transcendence to save him and try and help the rest of the team get aggressive. Amplification Matrix out from OTS Savage, and Mexi gonna continue the aggression and get the mines right down choke, and Gillian will go down to that Arsene Pixie. Maybe a little too far, but a great sleep dart onto Spicy Nomi, who is trying to finish him off. Cable though throwing in the tire, and Rushiro's throwing in the barrage. That gets two. We did see a good sound barrier from Prodigy Magi to make sure Cable's tire didn't get a whole lot of value, and with under 30 seconds remaining, Tantalizers looking like they're forcing Prodigy Noobs on the back foot, and a great stagger there onto the Diva. 15 seconds left once again. Cloud Lemon, yeah, trying to swap to the Lucio. Oh no, Insane going down. Will they be able to take out Cloud Lemon before he's able to touch? Because he almost certainly will get a touch. Actually, Mexi's going to be the one to touch, as well as Cable. But Cable using the recall already. Rusha actually on the Tracer now, trying to take that battle. There's the mines coming out from Mexi, and the Diva Bomb from Spicy Nomi takes up parts of Pixie. Pix going back and forth. Here comes Bob out from the Capital Vices. Draxum is getting close to his as well. Capital Vices does go down, but his Bob remains here near the point, and there it is, Draxum throwing in the Bob as well. So Pix will no doubt favor Tantalizers as they have the superior spawns, but OTS throwing in the Amplification Matrix, and there's just too much damage for Tantalizers to handle. They can't quite get the picks. Billion building up the Graviton Surge though. Will they be able to follow up on it? They actually tried to get the combo with the Pulse Bomb, but it actually didn't get a whole lot. And the picks are actually still going in favor of Prodigy Noobs. And there's Cloud Lemon able to build up a sound barrier in the time he picked Lucio to basically just contest. Insane building up another mines. Oh no! And a C9 there on the side of Tantalizers. Definitely could have maybe turned that around with Insane throwing the mines onto points. Unfortunate, so that will be all 3 points captured for Prodigy Noobs, but no matter what the outcome there, that was still a great attack from Prodigy Noobs. Obviously this map will always favor the defense. Just, I mean, we almost saw Tantalizers get the full hold, and you see plenty of full holds there on point A, just considering how open it is and kind of hard to initiate some team fights it is for the attacking team. So here we go. Now Prodigy Noobs on the defense. Capital Vice is looking to stay on the Ashe, as is Draxum. It has been a great battle between them. I'd like to see the Bob counts between them. I think it was pretty even. And how many times they got picks on each other. I'm sure that was close as well. We're gonna see pretty much a similar team comp to what the Tantalizers ran on the defense with the Wrecking Ball. Zarya, Rusha gonna be on the Genji. This time around, kind of showing how many TPS characters they can play, and it is definitely a lot. Yo, you see Mexi back on the Orisa, so they're gonna run kind of an Orisa Diva comp. They were gonna try to take the fights on the high ground, but sadly with the Lucio and the Wrecking Ball and the Genji, It's just too easy for Tantalizers to force them off the high ground, and we are gonna see Prodigy Noobs continuing to kind of back up, allowing the payload to kind of get past the first couple of corners here. We'll have to see. Crunchy Magi is the first one to go down in this team fight. Tantalizers is low. Neither of the Ashes have gotten picks yet, but OTS Savage throwing in the amplification matrix, and that will just be too much damage for Tantalizers to handle as Capital Vices once again popping off. And so the first team will go in the favor of Prodigy Noobs. Apologies. Insane. Trying to go aggressive with this Wrecking Ball. Rusha building up that Dragon Blade. Certainly might use it in this next team fight to try and get them to win. You see Capital Vices throwing out the first Bob, but Draxum is right behind him. He'll get it for this fight, but might not want to use it here. Actually is going to use it, but the damage has already been done. Cloud Lemon actually getting 2 picks in that team fight. Luckily Bob was the only ult that Tantalizers used, so they're still going to have quite a bit for this next team fight. Maybe they combo the Dragon Blade with the Graviton Surge that Billion has almost built up here. Insane. Trying to find aggressive rollouts. We are going to kind of need to see Tantalizers be careful because of the supercharger here in a tough spot. I don't think Draxum has the sightlines on it right now. Actually, Draxum taking the alleyway sightline, maybe trying to avoid the sightline from Capital Vices. And here it is, the grab Dragon Blade combo, but right off the bat, the Immortality Field from OTS Savage is huge, but I think it's just going to be too much. Cable did try and halt the aggression a little bit by using the Molten Core, and Rusha actually goes down, so maybe we will see a possible recontest attempt on the side of Prodigy Noobs. Maybe not now with Insane getting a couple of kills there. We'll see maybe if Capital Vice is able to pick one off and see the recontest. No, I actually think they were going for the recontest, and Capital Vices actually did get a pick there, but it was too late, and Point A has been captured by Tantalizers. They are going to have to be careful. Mexi in the back line trying to get these rollouts. Insane does go down, and Spicy Nomi throwing in another Diva Bond. That's 2 kills. Spicy Nomi continuing to play well on this Diva. Gets a 3rd for good measure. We are going to see Prodigy Noobs stabilize here. Insane sadly getting trapped in a Junkrat trap, I believe, and so Tantalizers gonna have to go for a full regroup, but they are coming back up on a lot of their ults, but still a lot of ults on the side of Prodigy Noobs as well. We'll see how they want to do. Both of these Ashes have bobs, and they're both throwing them out. Insane already getting a kill with the mines, but already the picks are going in favor of Prodigy Noobs. Billion went down to Bob. And that will be it. 2 ults expended on the side of Tantalizers, and not a whole lot to show for it. We did see 2 ults being used for Prodigy Noobs as well, the Rally as well as the Bob. So the big impact ults are coming online here for the Tantalizers. Draxum gets the opening pick, and Mexi actually maybe going a little too aggressive with the mines, does get caught out. Ushiros goes down though. We'll see if that can get rezzed. Parson Pixie actually gonna res. Oh, it is gonna res Rashai. They died in similar spots. I thought they were gonna res Crunchy Magi there. And here comes the Dragon Blade. Rusha already getting 2 kills with it, but goes down to Cable. So the team fight's still relatively up for grabs. Billion gonna have to escape. Cable has the tire, might want to use it. Could fully make sure this team fight is won. Actually, might not even need it. Continues to get picks. Here it comes. Will they be able to take it out? No. Parson Pixie does go down to it. Only a minute remaining on the clock. Insane actually finally swapping to the Rhine. I'm surprised they hadn't played it really much at all this series. And here we go, another team fight victory here for Prodigy Noobs, and it was a fairly expensive fight on the side of Tantalizers, although Rose taking the opportunity to swap to the Hanzo. Draxum almost gets taken out by Capital Vices, but luckily gets the healing, so now here we go. If I were the Tantalizers, obviously they don't know the ult's coming up, but you definitely would want to go aggressive here, as Tantalizers are getting very close to a lot of their ults. Insane with a nice shatter, immediately gets 2 kills. Draxum, though, does go down to Mexi. Parson Pixie not able to get the res, I think got pooped away. So we do see the payload making progress for now, but the team fight I don't think was decisive enough. And now here we go, Mexi going in another minefield, and it gets 2! I think that's going to be it, folks. They are going to get the 4-0. I don't even think they need the tire. It takes out Rusha Rose, and that will be it. Prodigy Noobs getting that 4-0. And getting back to 3-1. Getting back on the winning ways and getting to 3-1 on the season. As for Tantalizers, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. Try and go for the first win in their next game. I'm not 100% sure who that is off the top of my head, but we'll have to see. Draxum with 20,000 hero damage, definitely playing well there. And there's definitely a lot of choices, especially for Prodigy Noobs for MVPs. We'll have to see what these teams are saying. I'm definitely really leaning towards OTS Savage, though, for support MVP. I don't know how you could deny him. He had an exceptional game on that Baptiste. So many great immortality fields, building up amplification matrices as if they're on cooldown and getting so much value out of them. OTS Savage, I mean, it's gonna be really hard to convince me otherwise, and we already see some people in chat agreeing. As for tank, I mean, both Mexi Aguaya and Spicy Nomi playing incredibly well. I mean, it's so tough to choose between them. I want to see who the Tantalizers decide to choose. Maybe they choose both tanks. That would not surprise me. Some people are saying Mexi, and I would have said that after the first 2 maps, but man, Spicy Nomi really popping off there on the D.Va, on Rialto, playing incredibly well. So tough. As for DPS MVP, I actually am inclined to maybe give it to either Draxum or Rusha. I think they played quite well today. And of course, the main person for Prodigy Noobs was Novophile, kind of dominating on that far up. But overall, I think map to map, I thought Draxum and Rusha were coming up with more plays, to be honest. So actually, I think Draxum was doing a pretty good job there against Capital Vices on that final map. But still waiting on these teams to give their MVPs. Again, I'm probably not going to choose anyone besides OTS Savage for support MVP, so that one's pretty much set in stone. Boss is currently typing right now. I have a feeling that Prodigy Noobs will respect the DPS play. They are actually gonna nominate Insane for tank, but they did nominate Drax for DPS, and honestly, that's what I'm kind of feeling. I think Drax really deserves this MVP today. He played quite well, building up a lot of bobs there on Ashe. That is a really good DPS pair between him and Rusha. Like that is really something that the Tantalizers have improved this year, is just overall DPS play. They just need to continue to improve in other aspects, not even like mechanically, but just team coordination wise, aggression wise, ult usage wise, just a lot of those little things that a lot of teams are starting to really get now. Like, pretty much everyone at this point in tier 3 is, good in terms of mechanical skills, so teams aren't trying to get better at that. They're trying to get better at those details: ult management, rotations, team compositions, and Tantalizers still needing to improve on those aspects. So I am still kind of waiting to see Tantalizers MVP nominations. I want to see if they choose Mexi or Spicy Nomi. I honestly have no idea. I could definitely argue, overall, like in terms of main tank making space, that Mexi was like winning that battle, and Spicy Nomi was more making the splash plays, like those diva bombs, like the hooks on Nepal there early. So
I am not
still
sure
waiting
if we're
to
gonna
see.
get MVP nomination. Oh, nope, never mind, she's typing.
Oh,
Okay,
it
we're
looks
good.
like
We're good.
Parsnip Pixie is gonna put something in. Watch, it's gonna be Spicy Nomi and Mexi. I can already tell. I am leaning a little bit more towards Mexi. Those first two maps were just main tank dominant. I mean, that you really can't deny. Those first two maps were some of the best main tank play I think we've seen all season from any team. So, but we'll kind of see. I just wanna see. But I am pretty set on Drax for DPS MVP and OTS Savage for support MVP. Also, you got to shout out Sleep Shake and Eli there on Hanamura. It's just unfortunate that they only played one map. Like, can't really. I think I've only ever seen maybe one player get an MVP based on a one map performance. It's pretty rare. Sleep Shake and Stelbell are actually going to be the nominations from the Tantalizers. Obviously, already have my mind made up about the OTS Savage for support, and I having Sleep Shake only play one map. I don't think that would be fair at all to Mexi Aguaya and Spicy Nomi. Sleep Shake played incredibly well, but Kuro, I know you've been silent casting tonight, but what are you feeling? I need your help. I need to phone a friend.
I think Mexi really did well on the maps that they played on, and honestly, they kind of won me over.
Okay, well, I think that will be it. Mexi getting the official tank MVP, but we have to shout out Spicy Nomi. I mean, they're two peas in a pod right there. They make each other good. I mean, I think I would go as far as to say I think that Mexi and Spicy are the best tank duo in Tier 3 right now. And they deserve a lot of credit for what they've done here so far in this season. But that will be it. Draxum DPS, Mexi tank, Savage support. And that will conclude our stream. Everyone in the chat, say thank you to Kuro for volunteering to silent cast. I am going to rest my voice now because silent cast or a solo commentary can certainly take a lot out of your voice. But we will see you tomorrow for Pizza Planet versus White Walkers rematch of the Season 4 championship. That should be a great game. Don't miss out on that one. A couple new pickups for Pizza Planet, gonna try and get their first win of the season. So we will see you guys then.
Sorry, I just forgot. Would you like to do interviews or?
Oh yeah, are they asking for interviews?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd be down to do an interview. Don't leave then. We're not done. Hello, boss.
Yo, how's it going?
Not too bad. Congrats on the victory today, the 4-0, getting yourself back on the winning track. So I guess the first question for you is, what do you think went well today? Like what talk about comms and team compositions. Like what were your plans for some of these maps?
Yeah, I think today we made a lot better decisions on the fly. I think, like I said before, we always come in with a plan, but we made counter picks really well today, and like we took our loss to White Walkers a couple of weeks ago, and we really sat and analyzed like what do we need to do differently and better, and I think it showed in our play today.
Yeah, I would agree. So, I do have to. I want to ask this really quick. We started off. Your team had 2 players on the bench, and you guys ended with 6 players on the bench. Where was everyone?
So a lot of my players like to keep warm. I set very specific lineups in the very beginning of a game, and like we try that through scrims, and so we just have a rotation. We know what we're supposed to be doing. Who's supposed to be warming up, who's sitting on the bench, and yeah, our rotation works.
And I assume that those other players are maybe still playing quick player in training mode, kind of trying to keep their chops up, because
right.
It's
because if they come in cold, it's not going to be a good day for them. They already know that.
Because I mentioned that on the cast, Capital Vices comes in map 1 and he looks like he hasn't missed a beat, like so I figured that he might have obviously played at some point. So
yeah.
So looking ahead, I just want to see. I need to find that fixture. Do you know who your next opponent is?
Next, yes.
Stardust Crusaders next week.
Oh yeah.
Talk about that matchup.
They're definitely one of the teams that we have our eye on. That we've been vigorously training for. One of the top 3 that we're definitely training for, but I think we're ready. I think that we'll come and give them some heat, and hopefully we'll give them their first loss.
Yeah, I'm excited. Obviously, I think you were watching that game against I Need Healing. That was
it was
a great
stressful.
battle. I'm hoping to see another great battle between 2 great teams, and I guess I just want to leave off with one more question. Do you think that Mexi and Spicy Nomi are the best tank duo in Tier 3?
I mean, I'm biased because I think the world of them, but absolutely, just from their sheer flexibility, what they can run together, their Bald Diva's insane, their Ryan Zarya's insane, their Hog Orisa is insane, just like the 2 of them just beautifully mixed together. Very proud of that tank duo.
Yes, and should be Yeah, I mean, obviously we were gushing over him on the stream, and a lot of people in the chat saying they deserved MVPs. It was tough. We couldn't decide. Like both just played so well, and then even Eli and Sleep Shake coming in there.
Oh yeah, and my second set of
well.
tanks together are also insane. Like, obviously you don't get to see them as often as Nomi and Mexi, but them together are also very lethal. Very happy with them.
Well, do you have any questions, Kuro, that you wanted to add? Those are kind of the main questions that
on mine end.
I wanted to add. Do you have anything to add, boss?
No, definitely respect the Tantalizers. Had a great game today. Really appreciate them. They're always a joy to play against and to scrim against. So, look forward to many more.
Okay. Thank you, boss.
All right.
Congrats.
Have a good day.
And I believe we're gonna get Parsnip Pixie in here. Hello, Pixie. Hello.
Oh, hey. What's up?
Oh, not too much. Just kind of wrapping up the stream here. Thank you for joining us for an interview.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So
Is
the first
my
question-
favorite Canadian here, or did she, like, leave?
I
She gone?
am still here, and we are still
Oh
live.
my gosh. Hello.
Hello, Pixie.
Okay, real
So-
talk. I'm ready.
Okay, so for my first question, going into this game, what were
Yeah.
some of the main things you were looking for against Prodigy Noobs to try and give yourself advantages?
Well, I do want to do a shout out to my team because I feel like we don't get a lot of praise. And I do want to say that for the past 3 weeks, because we were on break for 2 weeks and then we were in the off week, we've been kicking some butt. I don't know if it's okay to say ass, but I'm going to say ass. We're all grown ups. And, everybody's
Typically,
been
no,
working
it's
really
not okay.
hard. Oh, sorry. Well, but, and then the other word. Sorry, my bad. But everybody's been doing really, really well, and we've been playing, talking, communicating. So we were actually feeling really, really good about this game coming up, and really strong. And so we have that as the advantage because we come into these games thinking positive and ready to kick butt.
Yeah, and that's kind of what you got to do is go into that mindset that you can win any game. Obviously, I think most people are seeing the improvements on the Tantalizers. I mean, yeah, like you guys beat Pizza Planet in a scrim not that long ago, so obviously there is improvements being made. So my next question is, how do you think having Draxum and Rusha has helped the team, because they have been great. I don't know if it's been announced, but I actually gave Draxum the DPS MVP.
Oh, very good. He definitely deserves it. And Rue, she's awesome. I love our DPS. We have another DPS, a Rapid Duck, who is just taking a break right now. And but having them is great. We love Drax. We love Rue. We're really happy to have them here. And they bring a whole new dynamic. The thing that's very interesting about them is that they can play pretty much anything. And not so much like a mystery hero is, yeah, I'll play this, whatever, but they can really play any hero. So we're stoked to have them here.
Rusha seemingly, was playing mystery heroes, just swapping to a bunch of different characters, but was getting value on pretty much all of them. It was great to see.
It's really hard. I mean, we're trying our best in this league. We're not a high bracket team. and everybody is pretty high when we face them. So, I know we don't do like open queue, but a lot of these teams that we face the past 4 or 5, I don't even know what number game this is, they've all been like, diamond open queues. So we're truly a mostly gold team, and we're doing our best and fighting along and trying to be the underdogs and hoping to come out on top.
Yeah, and I definitely think that, again, you're seeing some of that improvement. I've said it before and again. I don't think it's mechanical skill at all. Actually, it's kind of just some of those little details. But looking ahead to your next game, do you know it on the top of your head?
The next game, I don't off the top of my head. I wish I did.
Okay, I will.
You want me to look really quick?
It would be actually Pizza Planet.
Oh my god!
Okay. So
Kirby!
yeah, okay. Well, we're battling then. Actually, we still have our mindset on White Walkers this week as our game's tomorrow. But yeah, maybe then you don't want to answer this question. But what are you kind of looking for, like, looking ahead to that game?
We are actually looking forward to playing you guys, because I think SR-wise, like, you guys don't have a lot of double diamonds. Like, you guys are a fit to what we thought, the tier was going to be. So we know it's going to be a great game. We love scrimming with Pizza Planet. We always learn a lot from you guys. I hope you guys learn a lot from us, too. I know you're going to give us... Am I allowed to say hell? I can say hell.
Okay.
I know you guys are going to give us hell, and it's going to be epic. We're going to have fun. I hope you're excited, Kirby.
Yeah, no, I'm excited too. I'm excited for tomorrow's game. We have also shown some improvements in scrims as well. So
Alex is a beast. Alex, like, last time we played, he's an absolute beast. I don't know what happened. He used to be this little docile Moira. Not anymore.
Yeah. So I think that was kind of all the questions I had. Kuro, do you have anything that you wanted to ask?
My brain is honestly dead at this point, so I am good on my end. Great game tonight.
Thank you guys for
us.
having me.
Yes.
Yeah. And thanks for casting. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, no problem.
See you. Bye.
Okay, thank you for sticking around for those great interviews, and we will see you guys in the next one, officially now.